Hello everybody, welcome to Monday Morning Must Knows. My name is Merlin Rothfeld, and what a great couple of weeks it has been. Since those March 31st lows, the market absolutely ripping double-digit gains, breaking through all-time highs, and it seems like everything is calm and peaceful and looking forward to something better. Well, don't forget, next week, probably one of the bigger things is that deadline for the ceasefire talks with Iran. That's going to happen on Wednesday the 22nd, so just keep that in mind. We are not out of the woods yet. Now, what can we expect for this week? Well, we'll start off with some earnings. We've had some great earnings from the financial companies. Let's continue on that streak this week. We have, as you can see here, 503 companies reporting. We start things off on Monday with a couple of big names, particularly in the metal space. You can see we've got Steel Dynamics, Zion Financial, Cleveland Cliffs, and Alaska Air. Moving on to Tuesday, which is a little bit busier, you've got UnitedHealth, GE Aerospace, Intuitive Surgical, or 3M, Interactive Broker, Citizens Financial, and Northrop Grumman. Wednesday continues the big party, particularly with Tesla. Tesla reporting earnings after market close on Wednesday. That is the biggest one of the week. You also have Lam Research and GE Vernova. You want to see an amazing chart? Check out GE Vernova. Wowzers. Philip Morris, IBM, Chipotle, and Boeing. So some major names there all across the board of industries. Moving to Thursday, even more. Intel, American Express, Next Era Energy, Thermo Fisher, Gilead Pharmaceuticals, Honeywell, and Lockheed Martin, so more defense stocks. And Friday, the lonely one, Procter & Gamble reporting earnings. Now, for this week, in my opinion, earnings is probably the most important thing, apart from that Wednesday deadline on the 22nd of April. What is important, though, is going to be some of the other economic data that's going to be floating around. Now, there's not a ton of heavy-hitting economic data, but I always like to look at retail sales as an indication of consumption in America. And as you know, and are probably sick of hearing me say, America is driven by consumption. Well, how is that looking with our sentiment towards this conflict? Well, retail sales numbers come out on Tuesday. You can see here it's been pretty flat, a little bit of volatility over the past few months, going above and below zero. Right now, we are sitting at a calm little 0.6, which is kind of in the higher end of the range, going all the way back into 2023. Right now, the expectations are we're going to come out slightly lower than that, but as long as we don't go into the negative, we should be fine for our markets. Again, that's going to be Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And then we round things out with a slew of services and manufacturing data. Of course, services and manufacturing do make the world go round. And it's not just about the United States. It's about global markets. So how does France look at 3:15 a.m. on Thursday? Then we move over to Germany at 3:30. You've got the EU at 4 a.m., followed up by England at 4:30, and then the United States at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, are these going to be major market movers? Probably not, but it's one of those things that because it happens intraday for the United States markets, 15 minutes into the session, it is important to watch because sometimes markets go haywire when this data gets released. So just know that it's being released 15 minutes into the trading day because you might experience some volatility. At least you know what's going on. But I don't see any major moves happening because of the services manufacturing data. And if you are trading some of the foreign markets and maybe trading currencies, then this could also be an impact for your currencies that you are trading. That, my friends, is pretty much it. Let's see how this goes with our peace talks and our resolution to this conflict in Iran. Also, the slew of earnings being reported. A lot of major names, including Tesla, the darling EV stock or technology firm, as many are calling it. That, my friends, is the Monday Morning Must Knows. We will see you next week.